Greetings. Today I'll show you how I assemble the valve group. I call this the valve group. So this is the valve seat. That's the actual hole where the air passes. You can see the size. It's 6.5 roughly. And the outside is 12 millimeter roughly. Now this needs an O-ring. Sits here. One thing you'll notice, the the thickness is not equal. So the thicker part that will be stronger, it, it should point that way. Uh, to remind me, I made this a little bit rough. So the valve will sit on this side, the smooth side. Okay, so I don't inadvertently put it in the wrong way. Um, okay, so now we're going to install the valve seat. We put a little silicone oil. That's actually oil. I kept on saying grease yesterday. It's oil. Now, the way to put this, you want this to sit inside squarely. Otherwise, you won't be able to push it in. It has to be perfectly inside. Okay, and push it in. Okay, so there, it's seated inside. The O-rings should seal off the air. Okay, so now I can install the valve. So it comes into pieces. Uh, this valve is a pressure assisted valve. So I have a 4 millimeter shaft here, and the other one is 3 millimeter. Okay, now there should be an oil, an O-ring here, but I left it out. Anyway, I just want to show you. So you'll notice it's made out of brass, and a lot of people may be raising their eyebrows, saying, "Oh, that won't work. That won't last." Well, it's been several years, and it still hasn't failed on me. So apparently, it works. So that's how it's assembled. The the smaller shaft, the 3 millimeter, this one's gonna get hit by the hammer. Okay. Now we have another piece here. This holds an O-ring. Uh, the O-ring size is this 7 7 millimeter by 1.5. 7 on the outside, which means 4 millimeter on the inside. It should go in this way. Okay, so the oil seal, the O-ring should be on this side. So when you put that in here, it goes in like that, and the valve can go in like that. Okay, there should be another O-ring here. This is 18 millimeter by 1.9. This O-ring, that's 18 millimeter 1.9. That will seal this cap, valve cap. Okay, so there, it's seats. How do you say that? It seats in nicely. Okay. And now I'll tighten just a little bit so that the surface of the brass is very slightly lower than the aluminum. Okay, I can feel that with my fingers. It should not protrude. It will interfere with other parts. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to install this. Uh, the tank is over here, and also the plenum. The plenum is within the tank, and the regulator is within the tank. It screws onto here. So this is an adapter piece, and this thing, you see the big hole, it slides like that. Now you won't be able to get it in. Oh, I'm missing some O-rings. Hold on. Okay, I got some O-rings. The size of this is 18. The outside diameter is 18, and the cross section or the thickness it's 1.9. Okay, so it goes in like that. Okay, that was another one. Okay. So this particular piece it needs two O-rings. This is a bleeder hole in case you want to remove air from the tank. This is the way to do it. You loosen the screw. Show you that later. Okay, so install it gently. Now this won't go in that way because this this part actually protrudes into the opening. So again, the this hole needs to be pointing up, so the air would go from the tank into there and go up that way. And there will be a cutout inside. I'm not sure if you can see it. Anyway, there's a cutout, so the air will go through. So put it in gently. There's a big possibility that you'll tear the O-ring, but I haven't been able to do it. So it's not it's not an impossible task. Okay, so it's in. It's good. You know, I put in some markers. I can see it there. That has to be aligned with this, and I can tighten that now. It's it's in a good place. Okay, it's tight. Now I can put this back. So remember this. If you want to disassemble, you have to take the gauge out. Otherwise, you won't be able to pull this out because the gauge it protrudes into the hole. Okay. Now you'll see the valve is there. The valve stem it protrudes after it's stiff. See, that's what gets hit by the hammer. So there's one module. It's one assembly, and it's independent of the hammer assembly. I like this design. I'm going to put this. Uh, a little bit on the tight side. Okay, got it. See, there's a cutout. See, very tiny cutout, and that makes sure things aligned very well, centered. Okay? And there are bosses machined into this, so it aligns very well. Okay, try to screw on the four Allen screws lightly, not tight yet. See if you can get everything in. Okay. Okay. So that's well aligned. That's good. It's actually good. Uh, if you notice, the screw heads of this M3 bolts, these are M3 bolts. The screw heads have been made smaller in size. I have to machine those So this is the barrel. There's two O-rings on the outside installed already. And I'd like to show you that there's another O-ring inside, right there. It's kind of tricky to install, you. Uh, so this is the regulator from earlier, from another video. You see it here. You can pull it out. Uh, There's the piston and the Belleville washers. 9 pieces of Belleville washers total. So inside it sits like that. See? And this housing. Notice there's no seal, so I don't need the vent hole. There's a leak in between the threads, so I don't need a vent hole for that. Okay. Now I want to adjust this. Otherwise, pressure goes high. Maybe oh, 0, 1/2, 1. Hmm, maybe 1 turn for now. Okay. So this is the air tank tube. You notice there's a vent hole. The That hole should sit in between the two O-rings. So it would sit there. I have a spacer here, and the cap goes on there. Okay. Just push it in. Should go in easy. See? So and put on the cap. There's an O-ring there. No O-ring here. I don't like the idea of that. One is enough. Mm, okay. So it's pushing it into position. Okay. Okay. So we know the regulators here. After the regulator, there's a plenum, then the cap. So the total volume of the plenum plus the path going to here, that's about 30 cc. So it's substantially big. It's enough. Uh, this thread, this is M18 by 1.5, which is pretty much what they're using for air tanks. Okay, so it goes down there. Okay, okay, it's seated. So see, the vent hole should be towards the rear. There, you can see it. And all that's left is the gauge. Again, I removed the O-ring here. I don't like it. One is enough. Okay, seal. Okay, that's it. We're done. So filling it goes through here. The probe goes there. It's pointing downwards. Same with the vent hole pointing downwards. So this gauge is on. We're good. Okay, here you can see the tank is already pressurized. This is the regulated pressure. It's a bit low. It's only 9. I wanted like 10 MPa. But that's okay. That can be adjusted. It tells you that the regulator is working. See, this is the tank pressure. It's about 2,000 psi. So about 17, I'd say 17 MPa. But that's the tank pressure somewhere here, 17, and the operating pressure is around 9 MPa. Again, this can be adjusted, so uh, it tells me the valve is working. It's sealing perfectly, and everything is working fine so far. Here, have a look.